22% in 10 days. That's Korea's market, the one we called crashing 3 weeks ago. Nvidia's spooking Alphabet, SpaceX minted new millionaires, and an oversold name is coming, with the level that decides it.
Futures are barely moving. S&P up under 0.1%, Nasdaq flat. That's yesterday's cooler inflation print doing the work, pushing every index green. Tokyo's up over 1% on Korea's chip spillover. Hong Kong's down 1% on its own worries.
Look at Seoul this morning. 3 weeks ago, this market was in free fall. Chip glut fears, Samsung and SK Hynix bleeding. Today, it's a different story entirely.
Here's the consensus everyone got wrong. Sell the Korea crash because it's contagion for every chip stock. Instead, EWI is up 4.3% today alone, 22% in 10 days, a full technical bull market on the exact same names that created.
These are the two names that did it. Samsung and SK Hynix swung just as hard on the way up as they did on the way down.
On the chart, EWY just cleared its 20-day high at 175.96. That's the breakout line. The old high before the crash was 220, still $46 away. Clear 176 with volume, and the bull case gets real.
Same chip story, different country. Nvidia just structured a $500 billion financing deal for custom AI chips, and it's Alphabet stock that flinched. If Nvidia can finance custom silicon at that scale, it blurs the line Alphabet's TPU business was supposed to own alone. Retail holds both names together. Today, they didn't move together. Meanwhile, the most extreme move in the market this week isn't Nvidia or Korea, it's SpaceX, and the number is almost hard to believe.
40% in 5 days, $530 billion added. And it made 4,400 SpaceX employees millionaires overnight. Not founders, not investors, employees. That's the number to sit with before you chase any 5-day chart.
Zoom out from the single stocks for a second. Back to the index everyone actually owns.
SPY itself, 77.89 cents. Just 0.4% off its all-time high. Priced at 26 times earnings. That's not cheap, and it's not bubble top froth either. Analysis, not advice, but that's the number to know before Monday.
Right, segment time. Every day we take one earnings report and check the gap between the headline, the numbers, and what the stock actually did.
Cisco's headline, record results and AI supercycle. The numbers backed it up, beat and raise, real growth. The stock fell anyway. That's the gap, when good isn't good enough because the price already assumed great.
Now, the name I promised you at the top. It's down more than half from its high, and Michael Burry's shorting it, but the crowd inside our own data is leaning the other way.
Burry's the antagonist here. He says this is what the top of an AI boom looks like. But Oracle just added quantum computing to its cloud, jumped 4.9%, and our own signal has it as a 77 out of 100 buy. 55.8% off its high. That's the drawdown. At 152.66, this is the most beaten down name we're tracking that still has real fundamentals behind it. The level that decides it, 160. Clear that with volume and this stops being a value trap and starts being a trend. Right now, we're about $7 below it. This is the lens we use. Every signal stacked on one chart. The crowd gauge, overbought, oversold, both moving averages, heat, all in one place, so you're not flipping between 5 tabs to make a call. The crowd here is leaning up. 76% agreement on buy, according to our data. Not a guarantee, not advice, just where the herd's actually positioned right now on the most beaten down name on the board.
So, Korea's breakout, Nvidia's spillover into Alphabet, and Oracle sitting $7 under its decision line. 3 things to actually watch tomorrow, not just headlines to scroll past.
That's the brief.
Korea's line at 176, Oracle's line at 160. Write them both down. Full breakdown lives at PremiChart.com and on X every morning before the bell. See you tomorrow morning.